Hello. Let's take a look at how to integrate Splunk On-Call with Splunk Cloud. On the right side of the screen, we see an instance of Splunk On-Call. On the left side, we see an instance of Splunk Cloud. We'll begin by installing a new app, navigating to Find More Apps, and searching for VictorOps. VictorOps was acquired by Splunk in 2018 and renamed to Splunk On-Call. You'll still see the VictorOps name in the apps list. When we select Install, we're prompted to enter a username and password. Make sure the username you supply is assigned an appropriate role or capabilities to install apps and Splunk Cloud. We then select Agree and Install. You may need to restart Splunk Enterprise in order for the installation to take effect. To verify that the installation is complete, we select Apps from the top bar and can see all installed apps, including Splunk On-Call. Selecting On-Call brings us to a configuration page with 3 steps to set up your On-Call integration. We'll start by selecting Setup Account. Next, we're prompted to supply an organization slug, which is the name of the On-Call instance. In On-Call, in our browser URL bar, we'll copy the text after /client and paste it into our enterprise configuration window and select Submit. Next, we'll select Setup Alert API Key. Our organization slug is automatically populated. We'll switch back to On-Call to find the API key and the routing key. In the top navigation bar, we'll select Integrations. This shows us all of the third-party integrations that are already installed. Splunk Cloud uses the Enterprise integration. You can search for Splunk Enterprise, or here you can see that we've already installed the Splunk Enterprise integration. We'll select it, then select Enable Integration. We'll copy the API key, then paste it into the corresponding field in Splunk Cloud. To find the routing key in On-Call, we'll select Settings, which takes us to the Routing Keys tab. Routing keys are what allow alerts to come from a third-party product, such as Splunk Cloud or Splunk Enterprise, into On-Call, which can then identify where it came from, as well as what escalation policy to execute when the alert comes in. You can create a new key, or here, you can see we have already created a key called Splunk Cloud, which we'll copy and paste into our cloud instance. We select Add Key and can see that the connection has been made successfully. To test the integration, we'll select Send Test Alert. A confirmation message appears, letting us know that the alert was sent successfully. In On-Call, we'll select Timeline, and we can verify that the test alert was received, letting us know that our first level of integration is working as intended. To complete our integration, in Splunk Enterprise, we'll select Setup Data API Key. Like in our previous configuration step, the organization slug is automatically populated. Now, we'll turn to On-Call to locate the API ID and the API key. We'll select the Integrations tab. This defaults to the third-party tab where we previously accessed Splunk Enterprise Security configuration settings. This time, we'll select the API tab. We'll copy the API ID and paste it into Splunk Enterprise. You can create a new key by selecting New Key, or here, you can see we already have a key created called Splunk Cloud. We'll copy this key, paste it into Splunk Cloud, and select Add Key. Our data API integration was successful. Let's verify that our integration is working correctly in On-Call. We previously looked at a list of routing keys in the Settings menu. In Splunk Cloud, we'll select Retrieve Routing Keys, which reaches out to On-Call and displays them below, validating that we've successfully completed our integration.